Hello and welcome to episode 17 of our Grind for Greatness Challenge in Total Extreme Wrestling 9. We are here at Mid-Year Reckoning. Normally I record an intro on the other screen and show you some things about the save and how it's going. I forgot to do that, so that might come after the show or when I remember to do it next, because I'm good at my, I'd say, job. I don't get paid for this, so my weirdly publicized hobby. I am Nick, I'll be your guide. I may have said that already. I might not have. My brain works really well. First week of uni, y'all. Our Mid-Year Reckoning show has always kind of been a bit of a weird one. It started being midway through our... what's the word? Our Battle Leagues event, which does mean we get some weird situations where contenders aren't always going to be on top, especially I think this is shown this year. We're being main evented by Samu, who, though talented, is not a main eventer. We, on the other hand, have had some interesting matches. We had the Battle Leagues, we had our first iteration Battle Leagues happening on Mid-Year Reckoning back when the save started in 1980. And that was a group that Tully Blanchard won, before he went to go win the entire Battle Leagues. He's actually on the card tonight in a tag team defense against Sudden Impact. Mando Guerrero and Bill Anderson both in that group. Mando Guerrero doesn't work for us anymore, and Bill Anderson is our owner and wrestles as little as I possibly can. And then we also had Jake Roberts and the Firefly in a title match. Actually quite a good one, and kind of foreshadowed the main event of Crowning Glory that year, our version of WrestleMania, where that same result happened after Firefly won the title at one point. So also, the Firefly is my player character, and I should make sure, because I will just say, oh, I did this, as though I'm my own player character. Which sounds right, but also not particularly correct. Last year, no, 2 years ago, we had, what group was this? We had two of the matches... No, yeah, we did have the entire group, yeah. With the entire group that Bret Hart won before he lost in the final to Santanico. Once again, Santanico Bret Hart did main event that Crowning Glory that year, I believe. No. Santanico main evented over Terry Funk, I think. Bret Hart Santanico was a year afterwards, I think. It's only been 3 years and I already can't remember any of my main events. Not particularly amazing memory from me. But Bret Hart won that group. We also had Mike Sharp vs. Jack Armstrong in a match. And then Terry Funk defeated Matt Bourne to retain the FFW World Championship. And then last year, I remember this one a lot more. You had Santanico defeating Terry Funk, selling out to a 400-person attendance. We should be on track to sell out a 1,700 attendance today. So I'm reckoning, yeah, that's going up 4 times in a year. We are very happy with that. The Watchers also defeated Sudden Impact and Rock and Roll Express for the tag team titles. Can Sudden Impact turn that bad memory around? Sushi Onita defeated Scorpio as well. And the rest of the matches are all part of the groups. With Jake Roberts defeating the Firefly again. Bit of a nemesis there. Just for Firefly, just not being able to really get one over on Jake the Snake Roberts. So actually probably being hyped with the card these days in that tag division, which we have been building up quite nicely. As I do have a match on the card with the Brain Busters leading it. Let's get right into it. One person doesn't have with the booking of the match, but that is A-okay with me. We're also going to kick off the show with a 10-man battle royal, which I did not pick a winner. So the winner was Randy Savage. Who could have seen that coming? El Snow was eliminated first. That's a shame. I quite like El Snow. Then Chris, then Bobby Fulton. Rick Rude eliminated fairly early for how much we are going to be trying to push him and have been pushing him. Jim Neidhart made it far too late for someone who was not very talented. And then you've got Bob Backlund and Stan Lane. Just getting everyone on the card. It's a very long battle royale. Just give people some reps and get better, hopefully. Also, they'll stop complaining that they haven't been on shows, hopefully, if I keep doing this. And then as we kick off our show, 67 rated match is a banger for us. As in 6 minutes, Santanico has got the first win in his group. It's part of the Orange League of the Battle Leagues. Santanico is at 3 points. No help, but blatant cheating. if you remember from the last episode, which I have not posted at the time of recording this, because my editing system didn't work. Santanico, well, the rest of Dark Watch said that they were not going to be entering the battle leagues, but Santanico did anyway after he was off, after a very brutal steel cage match loss to Bret Hart. 59 wrestling rating is very good, carried by a 72 from Santanico, one of the better performances he's had, and a career rating 28 is not bad either. 40 on the next match, which is our Dark Watch triple threat match, as the Firefly wins with the lights out kick. Very big high spot based match. The Firefly got a 44, Aeroflash a 47, and Scorpio got a 19. Yeah, well, we expected that from Scorpio. He's not very good. The wrestling, though, from the other two was quite good. Without him in the match, it would have been a way better one, I think. Probably would have been in the 50s. 40-second rating's not too bad. We are still looking to tug at 70 with him when we get the chance to. And I'm sure he's got some matches that he will be able to get that in. Potentially when he faces Bret Hart next month. Because Firefly is now the #1 contender. He gets to kind of push every year, just keeping that title picture, keeping people reminded of him. The other thing that's going to be interesting to discuss is what's going to happen with him and Aeroflash and the Watchers tag team, especially if the Firefly wins the title. 57 segment rating in the Tag Team Championship match as Sudden Impact defeat the Brainbusters. Brad Armstrong, Jim Brunzell are the new Tag Team Champions. Arn Anderson got a 53. He's been here for like 4 months. Okay, Arn Anderson is doing crazy, crazy work right now. I'm super impressed with Arn Anderson. A 53 is amazing. Tully Blanchard, a 49. I don't know what happened, but we took him off TV. We pretended to fire him. He came back in a tag team and has now become one of the best wrestlers in the company. Not one of the best, but one of the absolute better ones, especially in the tag team division. 57 segment rating is a very good tag team match, and might actually be better than some of the tag teams we've had with Terry Funk involved. But that's fine. We have new tag team champions. Sudden Impact have more than earned this opportunity. And I felt like I needed a face tag team for the plans I've got coming up, and they were the right face tag team. As our next match, disappointing, but expectedly disappointing at the very least. Shane Douglas, I am super high on. I know what he can become in this game and how good he can get. I mean, he's a very fantastic worker, but he's not anywhere close yet. 30 from him, 49 from Kurt Hennig. Like, we didn't have anyone who could do brawling very well on the card tonight, so this was the match that we sacrificed. 47's not bad still, in fairness. Like, it's still not our worst match of the card. Oops. That is the screen I've got behind. Cool. And then, in our main event, with a hot crowd, 68 rated segment, Bret Hart has defeated Samu by submission. Ernie Ladd came to attack Bret Hart, but Bret Hart survives and has made his 6th defense of the world title. 74 for Bret Hart, 46 for Samu. Ernie Ladd is an amazing manager for these guys, helping every match he's in. And Bret Hart is still just Bret the Hitman Hart. He does not miss. 66 red overall show. Isn't great, I don't think. I think we are trying to target that 70 at this point. Like, to keep ticking off achievements as part of this challenge, we need to be making sure we are hitting these, like, match of the year, card of the year kind of things. Not good enough yet, but I've got matches in the future which I think will be. As we end off the show. Okay. Who do we give praise to today? There's a lot of people we can praise today. Samu, you can have some praise. Aeroflash, you have some praise. Actually, no, it should be Tully Blanchard and Arn Anderson, who really came in and, like, really helped reinvigorate that tag team division. All seem pleased. We made 12.7k in profit, 17k on the ticket sales as we sold out the venue at $10 a pop. Very, very nice. And we are nearly in 6 digits. 43 in the Southwest, 20 in the Northwest, 22 in the Mid-South, gaining popularity ever so slowly around here. We cannot be that. We have to win Company of the Year. Surely we win Company of the Year this year. I mean, I feel like it is somewhat unreasonable that we have not won it, and we have not won Most Improved for the last 2 years. Because surely we've earned that one. We go to Google Docs. Google Docs? Google Docs. Company of the Year. It's like, it is a big award. Like, it gets us two bonuses, which, fairness, haven't actually been that helpful for us. But, like, it's important. Card of the Year. We got it last year. Didn't give us actually much. It gave us +1 point in a single attribute. Yay! Match of the Year. Gives us 2. I would quite like to take those off. Wrestler of the Year. Don't see, that one's for my wrestler to memory. I don't see that one coming. Win Tag Team of the Year annual award. Don't see that one happening. I mean, it might with the Watchers. I think Ready to Die is going to win it this year. I wish I had a way, check, if those meant a worker at my company or me. I think it's me, probably. Though, in fairness, all the personal ones are over here. So it is kind of difficult to tell at times, which is me and which is not, because Card of the Year is not involved. Match of the Year doesn't have to involve me, but I think Wrestler of the Year does. This game's got a bit of intricacies and whatnot involved, but that is fine. We're getting there. Paul Orndorff is injured. Oh no, what a shame. He was a bully and never wrestled for me. I don't really care. Media Reckoning Report. His feedback as the show was awesome. Just good, but I want a step better. I want those 70s. I know we can get those 70s. We just need the card that can do it. Lack of big names. Still pulling on us. 19.8k viewers is good though. So we can't complain much about that. As I said, we are 97k in the green right now, which means we are not going to be being fired in December. Always a good sign. But we have elevation number 17 coming up in the not too distant future. So I'm going to sim forward real fast and I will meet you there. It is elevation number 17. We have 3 more matches in the Battle Leagues tournament. So far, Randy Savage and Kurt Hennig top out the Blue League with, I believe it is Randy Savage taking on Shane Douglas and Kurt Hennig. Rick Rude tonight. In the Orange League, Otsuchi Onita takes on Jake Roberts. And Santanico Terry Funk is going to be saved for another day. But Santanico is on the card at some point tonight. We also have Matt Bourne defending the Great Lakes Championship against Bob Backlund because it's a match and I put a match on the card. Very well planned out and all, you know. This should be a very successful show, I think. One of our better elevation shows at the very least. No super big match or anything, but just a lot of matches that should be very solid, apart from Jake Roberts and Onita, who have terrible chemistry, but also it's in the tournament, so I guess it's happening. Hope it should go well, but we'll see. That match is going to be 35, I reckon. Did I click the button? Nope, click the button. There we go. Third time's a charm. Randy Savage defeats Shane Douglas to open up the show with a 49 rated match. 51 from Randy Savage, 35 from Shane Douglas. The crowd rating wasn't even that good because Shane is not over in the slightest. It is, yeah. But Randy Savage is now up to 6 points in the Blue League and he is running wild as the Macho Man should. Very good match from Randy Savage as he's building up. Good lot of momentum behind him as he is, I believe, nearly mathematically guaranteed into the finals. Every match has to go against him to make so he does not make it. 49 rating, not bad stuff to show. And then, really, really bad and totally not good match was a spot-on 35. What changes? That's not good. No, that's not happening. Shush. That's a spoiler. Nope. Yeah, the match loss heat. Jake Roberts, 29. Atsushi Onita, 39. Bad. Jake Roberts defeats Onita with a surprise cradle, though. Onita is stuck at 3 points. Jake Roberts is at 3 points, both after a match each. How are either man going to bounce back? I've got to set the venue, so I'm not going to sell out tonight. Damn it. That's annoying. Okay. Very good match, though, for the Orange... not very good match. Very terrible match for the Orange League. But, like, progressing the Orange League, progressing the story of who's ready to die. And we'll see how that one goes. Next match. That's a bit better. Firefly's on the one. Yeah. Not good at angles. My player character is not good at angles. Bret Hart and the Firefly meet for a contract signing. Bret tells the Firefly that this isn't their first encounter, and it won't be his first loss either. Bret Hart is the example of excellence here. And he's not a fake-ass luchador that hasn't worked out. He's just a pawn for Santanico. He put away Santanico for good, and now he's going to do the same for his protege. As the Firefly begins to talk, Santanico comes out. He tells Bret Hart that he's going to win the Battle Leagues and take all the glory into beating him for the belt at Fall of Champions. Until then, Firefly's just here to weaken the Hitman up. Starting to tease this kind of pressure between the Firefly and Santanico. Santanico doesn't really see the rest of people in the Dark Watch at his level. And I mean, he's a two-time champion, but he also forgets Firefly was a champion in his own right. 34 rated next match, that's even worse. Lord, okay, remember when I said this was going to be a really good show? I was wrong. I apologize. I got overconfident. This show stinks. Oops. Matt Border 31, Bob Backlund 30. There's a brawling match as well, so also, yeah. He made another defense. That might be the first time the title's gone down in reputation because of a match. Lord almighty. Okay. But our main event will save us. Right, please. 64. Yes, it does. And this is a match that I could see closing out a show in the future. 43 from Rick Rude. 61 from Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig. Steal the Show match worked as intended. A 64 rating to close out the show. And that should give Rick Rude, even in a loss, a big popularity boost. But he is also now 0-2 in the Blue League. And this confirms Kurt Hennig and Randy Savage will be both making it to, what show is it? Summer Stakes. And but which one will be getting to face the loser of the Orange League? Well, that will be found out, I believe, in their match taking place. When is it? I think it's the next Elevation show, actually. To close out the show, 57 overall rating is still pretty impressive, I think. So we address the locker room. I mean, who deserves some praise for tonight? God, no one did well. Kurt Hennig, Rick Rude, and Onita. Yeah, y'all can all have some praise. Don't really expect any of you guys to be happy with that, because I'm not happy with any of you guys. That was a bad, bad show. Post-show finances are 115. We are solidly in the 6 digits. We are 100k over what we need to reach by December. So I'm going to have to find a way to burn this cash, because the normal ways you burn cash, I can't do yet in the save. So yeah, we'll see what we can do. I'm going to be able to sign a bunch of exclusive contracts when they all come up, because everyone's popularity is still low. And then they can maybe stop being too tired to work. Stan Hansen. No big popularity gains this month, annoyingly, but not too really unexpected. Now, is it? I was hoping we'd gain more popularity over our TV deal, but we clearly haven't. Either way, we have Heat of Battle next, and I'm not going to wait for this thing to tick off. I will see you at Heat of Battle in just 1 sec. Okay, our second last show of the episode, Heat of battle, main evented by Bret Hart and the Firefly, opened up by a tag team triple threat match for tag team titles, where the last two remaining members of Dark Watch who don't have a match in the card have a tag match. Also, they've got poor chemistry, so that match won't be amazing. Lastly, the battle, Santanico defeated Jack Armstrong in a 71 rated classic of a match. Also had the Watchers defeating the Savages and Rock and Roll Express to retain the tag team gold. Year before, Terry Funk and Mike Sharp had a clash. Was not a great main event. And the year prior, it was Terry Funk defeating Mike Sharp again in a far better main event to win the group. I don't think any of the groups will finish tonight to memory. But Randy Savage and Kurt Hennig both on 6 in that group. Where in the other group, you have Santanico and Terry Funk going 1-on-1. And you have Onita and Jake Roberts going 1-on-1. That will leave us with 2 matches left on Elevation next week. Let's take a crack and see how this show plays out. There we go. Air/Scorpio don't do great together. Scorpio's off his game. I mean, the easier way of saying that is Scorpio is shit. So, yeah, that's fine. He got a 26. Aeroflash a 40. Not amazing, but that's the bad chemistry hitting him, I think. Jim Roselle, 43. Brad Armstrong, 50. That's what I want to see out of my tag team champions, outperforming the Rock and Roll Express, who got a 41 and a 46. Brad Armstrong pinned Scorpio with a Lightning Express. Very nice from Brad Armstrong. Everyone else did very well. Sudden Impact have made their first defense of the tag team titles, building up their little run they're going on now. We go to our next segment, a 38. Ooh, not amazing. What happened to Rick Rude? He did so well, and then he faced Shane Douglas, and now it's not as good. You might do some one of the guys who got the trait that's like he rises to the level of his opponent, which would track. 37-34, not amazing, but 2 young guys on the card who are both slowly getting better, and I've got a lot of future stock in. Rick Rude, I think, will be a big name going forward for us. He already looks very good and is very young. Skip forward again to a 61 rated match. There is where our show is kicking off, really. Terry Funk defeats Jake Roberts, the longest standing rivalry in FFW. Terry Funk has got a 61. Jake Roberts a 40. Terry Funk makes it 3 across the board within the group. Everyone is even, which means the next 2 matches are win and in. Or just about, I think. My math might be slightly wrong, but if I can click on the button, Santanico and Onita got a 67. Even better, I mean, the main event has got to get a 70. It's got to get us that next achievement then. Surely. Done so well. 10-28, Santanico wins by submission after some fairly blatant cheating. I was meant to have Scorpio run out. Some reason that didn't work. Whatever. 67 rated match is very, very good. Santanico looking like he might actually make what he said last show true. Is he going to be facing Bret Hart? Well, Bret Hart will at least still be there, as the Firefly can't get the job done. Santanico accidentally hit the Firefly as well, which cost him. The Firefly got a 32 because off his game. Oh, come on. That so easily could have been enough to get the segment rating up to a 70. Oh, no. Okay. Well, that is a real bummer. 63 is not bad, though, as we close out our show. Yes. I don't know why it doesn't let me just, go through until I add, the tone thing, but that's fine. 1,700 people. We got a 62 rated show, which is not great, but it's at least in the 60s. Man, cannot catch a break so far. Why can't I can't praise myself? Duh. I remember how this game works. Jake Roberts, you can have some praise because you're always just very good. Shane Douglas and Onisa both deserve themselves a little bit of praise. Nothing too personal because, yeah, they don't really care. That's fine. Still earned 15k on the show once again to get us to 131. I have finally looked at what I'm going to spend that money on. And hopefully that investment will come to fruition in the not too distant future. Southwest on 44. Mid-South 23 and the Northwest 21. Puts us 15 away in the Southwest to where we need to be. And I think 16 away? No. 12 away in the Mid-South. We are getting nice and close. Easily by this time this year. Without a doubt, by Crowning Glory, we'll be a medium-sized company. We can run house shows at that point. We can sign wrestlers to exclusive contracts, which might be the biggest and most important one at the end of the day. Because that's always a bit of an issue. We can finally stop people from getting stupidly injured and being unavailable. But I do have a plan to spend that money. So I've got to go off and spend that money. Hit a Battle was awesome again. It might even fix our big name problem. You'll all have to wait and see what the solution is. But we have Elevation coming up in not too long, close off the episode, to finish off the groups and to set up our matches happening at Summer Stakes. See you all then. Not too long to go. Welcome back to what might accidentally be a genuine card of the year contender. I would not be surprised to see this card being the biggest show of the year. We have a tag team title match on the card. The Great Lakes Championship is up in the opening match. You have Terry Funk and Santanico, Randy Savage vs. Kurt Hennig, all closing out their group. And I think, if my memory serves me correctly, that's very, very close to what were the final Impact matches. If I quickly go to our tournaments. Randy Savage, Kurt Hennig, winner wins the group. Orange League, Terry Funk needs a win to make it. If he loses, it is a 3-way tie. Which will have some interesting stakes added to it. At the next show, we should be set for a very good show. We have, I think, solved a lot of issues that I've been dealing with. One person's unhappy, that's fine. Very limited backstage news. The only big thing was Matt Bourne has got more heat with the locker room. I have to cut him end of this year, I think. I've got some plans for him, but once those plans are done, I think I have to cut him. He's just too annoying backstage. Which is funny, because in my head I've been like, maybe I should bring Hogan in. I think bringing Hogan would be a great idea. Matt Bourne's enough. Matt Bourne is enough to cause enough issues that he's not worth keeping around. So, let's get straight into the card. There we go. 52 to open up the shows. Not half bad, as we have just crowned a new FFW Great Lakes champion. Samu has defeated Matt Bourne, Jack Armstrong, and Bob Backlund after pinning Bob Backlund, with some help from managerial interference. Samu's the new champion and kicked off putting off a 45, second best in the match behind Jack Armstrong, another big name in that division. Building up that whole wild group stable again. I think they need some more they need a bit more momentum on their side. I've only put the belt on Samu for a little while now because I think he's quite good. Got a good room to develop as well. Give him some popularity. Have him take that belt and run with it. And I've got some good plans for him going forward. Let's see if that involves him holding onto the belt, because we have not flipped the belt around a great deal yet, but it does move around at a decent pace. I think on average it should change before Crowning Glory, but hey, normally you have longer runs going into there. You'll have to scan and wait and see about that. Samuel Ernie Ladd, still a great pairing. Good commentary, good ringside. Good show kickoff. Going to slightly worse match between Savage and Kurt Hennig. The ring wrestling wasn't quite there, no title on the line. But this does conclude the Blue League with Kurt Hennig defeating Randy Savage with the Hennig Plex. I thought I set of a winner. I thought I set Randy Savage to win. Now that is inconvenient. That messes with my plans. Also, Randy Savage didn't complain that he got beat by Kurt Hennig, which I thought he would. So either they like each other, which I think is true. And hey, that puts Kurt Hennig over real big time. So, sure, let's roll with that. I don't mind that. Storytelling match. Very good. Kurt Hennig got a 59 as well. Definitely he's a main event quality player right now. Savage is around on that bubble, but has got the popularity to make it work. 51 second ratings, very good. Then our tag team match. It fell into a draw as it descended into chaos after Shuto Nisa, Ricky Morton, Robert Gibson, Haku, the Barbarian, Aeroflash, all getting involved. Notable names from those teams not involved. Terry Funk had a match late in the night, and the Firefly is nowhere to be seen in that brawl. But this is setting up a 6-way match happening at our next show, next episode for the tag team titles. Will Sun Impact be able to retain against all 6 men? Arn Anderson with a 50. I don't remember him being super popular either. So that is super impressive from Arn Anderson, who was doing great work. Tully Blanchard, 48, still very good from him. Jim Brunzell, 43. Brett Armstrong, 50. All good from all people involved. 48 second rating. Not our best, but not bad either. Lowest of the night so far. Does give me hope that this final match should be very good, as it is another 70 between these two. Both super talented. Terry Funk has defeated Santanico with submission. Scorpio made a run-in, but it didn't matter. Terry Funk, this new, more brutal, this more violent side of Terry Funk coming out and winning the group with a 70 rated match. Very good from both men. So this means Terry Funk wins the group. Santanico is the runner-up in the group. I think that's correct. Yes, that's how it should play out. And that means we will be having Santanico versus Kurt Hennig and Terry Funk taking on Randy Savage. Oh, my throat is so destroyed. Okay, next segment. Nope, don't turn him heel. Shush. Spoilers. Then our biggest moment of the night, 72 rating. Bret Hart comes out and he states he's beat the whole damn roster at this point, and ain't no one who can touch him in the ring or on the mic. That's not true. He's going to save everyone the trouble of owning a shot one last time before he faces the winner of the Battle Leagues. If anyone wants to challenge him, there is one stipulation. Since you didn't earn this, this is a one and done match. If you lose, you can no longer challenge for the belt as long as Bret Hart is champion. Out comes Roddy Piper. Just back from his massive movie success, he is answering the open challenge, and he is well aware that he may lose next week. But he won't, because he's the greatest star on all of television, and they're paying him far too much to lose. So good luck, Bret. The rowdy one's in town. The Scottish best on the mic. He's very expensive, but I think he's still going to be worth it. We'll see at the finances to show how much money we make with him on the card. Gimmick changes. Lost of set momentum more than usual. That is fine with me. A great initial rating for the gimmick, and it's going to get better over time. we finish off the show. Only a 65? Oh, God. I'm not good at predicting how good these shows are. I thought that would be a banger of a show. 70 main event, 72 open damn it. Okay, well, have to try again next show. Which in fairness, should still be a great show. Dress the locker room. Who needs some praise? Roddy Piper. You are awesome. Matt Bourne, I would give some stuff to, but I don't want to. So Jack Armstrong. You had a good performance. And Randy Savage. You lost. Good. I picked Robert Gibson and not Roddy Piper. Dear Lord. Cool. Team please. Didn't matter anyway. Financial report. 11k in profit, even with the worker cost increase. And I assume that ticket sales is because we've got Roddy Piper on the roster. We no longer getting the penalties because of a lack of major star. We have fixed the problem. Oh, we are smooth sailing now. Great popularity growth. 45 in the Southwest, 24 in the Mid-South, which is the other region we need to be prioritizing right now. It's much for this whole Great Lakes Championship thing. I've got an idea to revive it and all, but also I might just change the title name. And maybe we just make it the Mid-South title, or maybe we just make it the Noresta title, because that region is also going very smoothly right now. Or I do some sort of Canadian Championship thing, because also we'd like to gain in Canada. We can do some sort of, maybe we have a Bret Hart win it someday, and then Bret Hart makes it the Canadian Championship, like his very own Ethan Page. That could be a lot of fun. But we do now have Roddy Piper on the roster, which means main eventing our next show will be Bret Hart versus Roddy Piper. Oh Lord, okay. Sorry, what? Interesting. Y'all can read that as well, I assume. That is a bizarre story. Not wrong. Okay. That happened at our show. 2,149 fans in Firestone Fieldhouse. Very, very awesome show. Awesome crowd turnout. Kurt Hennig is injured. Lol. Will make his next matches a bit worse, annoyingly. Financial warning for them. Lack of big names hurt the attendance. We had a big name. Oh my lord. Okay, we're never going with that. We've been assigned some new goals by Bill Anderson. Oh. Okay. Roddy Piper must be kept above 71 overall popularity in the USA. High importance. I didn't know that type of goal you can get. Well, I was going to use a bit of a bunch of other people. I don't know how realistic of a plan that is anymore. Because I think any loss will drop him. Oh my. Okay. That's difficult. I'll be impressed to see how we can make that one work. But maybe we will. We'll have to give that... that might be our highest risk of being fired we've been in yet. Oh no. Okay. Either way, I think we will be fine. It will all turn out a-okay, probably. I hope. Maybe. We will have to see. Either way. Thank you all for watching. We're going to kick off next episode with a big card, ending up the Battle Leagues, Tag Team 6-Way match, and a World Title match. All coming to you next episode. Until then, thank you all for watching, and Firefly out.